Okay, I will explain now in chase how will chars. The first thing you must know is that all this is based in my equations of damage I do. I tested with a lot of chars, got the balance. I tested in the word of difference. I have discussion about this with the other didn't respond at the end, so I assume that he says okay, I'm running this, so I will stop. The general consensus is that both criticals are better. That is true, but there's something that people don't say. The things you have to know is that the level of the equipment is not so important as the stats that the equipment have. For example, if you decide to change a piece level 46 for a Phantom Phoenix, you must know that you probably lose damage. Why? Because you could lose one critical, another item, special attack for example, for defense, don't work, or you can lose one slot for a card. The cards that you put depend a lot of the charge you want to make. For example, in this equipment level 48 is better than a blue, for example, as Nightmare Circus level 70. If only have one critical attack damage, for example. Notice that the difference in critical attack damage is only 7%. I lose 7% critical attack damage, but that is compensated because I have critical attack chance. Because I have critical attack chance of 1 or of 6, we compensate that loss of the critical damage I have with the special attack that the equipment have, make it better this, even if at low level. In the moment, for example, this is a top, I have to change the top because I've never got a top with both criticals. If I have a top with a both criticals, but the situation could be a little different. But because I never have, so I have to put this. For example, this is again, I never got something better. For shine this, I need something that have critical damage and have a special attack. The special attack is better, always better. And this is again, you have one this. So in the moment you are farming in all the runs, when you go to last dungeon, you check this, have both criticals, is epic, okay, enter. Only is epic, only have one critical, you have to compare with the other options. If one have critical attack damage and attack, you have to see the ratio here. What is the ratio? The ratio is the important value. It's affected more in the sets, in aernasis sets, but the idea is that you have a ratio here of 8, 7, 8, 9, something like that, 8.7. If you multiply this for 8, you get 296. So I need critical damage. So any piece I have that has critical damage is better than, for example, this. If I have a unseen clock, that have critical attack damage, is better than the thing I have. It is epic. If it is not epic, I have problems. Next, the cards. Next, this. What happened with this? You need to wait to 78 for get those two. You get them in a quest here, so you don't have to worry about this. So you here, the best option is try to face it in level 30 with Circus. Why Circus? I will explain I will explain why later. In Max, you want again a circus level 30, and again level 70. The level 50 don't work. And here again you want the level 80 or 70. I don't have a critical attack damage. It's good. If you don't have critical attack, don't have criticals, it's a bad equip. Always is a bad equip. Could be epic really. If don't have criticals, it's bad. For this, you want the Harken rings. You can get a lot of them. So when you have all chars you want to use, better all the rings. You can make others in the world that they have. If have one critical is susceptible to change if the others are not attack, recovery, or that. You have two criticals is already good. This you will farm it with them with Phantom Phoenix. So this is, you don't have to worry until level 82 that you can keep the Phantom Phoenix part. The moment you want to change this for new equipment is when you get something like this. You get this with one critical, one attack, or two criticals. Happens. For example, here this have two criticals. This is already better than an epic and way better than a relic. You don't have criticals. I have two. The increasing criticals is not much. These are I make mistakes for the reason is weak. Those mistakes made me put these parts for try to fix it. It was way worse than it was now. To compare this is more level, and the difference in total attack is not much. It's only 4,000. 4,000 is one piece. I get one better piece here with both criticals in Phantom Phoenix and give me 40,000. Easy. Even with half possible lower. Now the cards. Here and here you can fix it the ratio that you have here with cards. This and this can have both criticals, so you use it. So in this part this must be epics always for get better stats for fix it. So you have, for example, a weapon with only one critical, you can still use it. It works, and you use the cards. If you only have one with both criticals, you will lose one. So it's actually the same. You have this relic, you win again one slot, so this slot can fix the problem of don't have two criticals in the effects. Same here, but the rest is not that. You only can have put here attack and Emperor recovery, and the same here, Emperor recovery and attack. Those are the same cards, and these are again are the same cards. This is a special attack and Emperor recovery. You want Emperor recovery enough to have this in 50% or 30% or 0% depending on the chart. For example, Mari with few Emperor recovery. For example, my Mari, you want at the end this equipment, the true iron. Notice that I already have this attack. This is free to play, don't worry, you don't have to spend money. I will explain how you get it later. You want these have both criticals, that requires time. When you have both with both criticals, you usually can pass the 100,060. Okay, but get one of these pieces requires maiden. For that you want 20 of this, 20 of these cards, and 30 of these cards, and hero balloons for make the Phantom Phoenix relics and then fuse it. This is too much resources, so you don't want to make one. You don't want to make two true iron dragon. So you need this. You put it on the set You get them from event dungeons, like your circles. For that you need event tickets that you get from the shops, and dailies. The dailies give you one dungeon festival. There are other dungeons that worth to do here? No. What I mean with no? People say, okay, I will go to angry bosses and get hero cards because I will need it. No, it's not true. If you farm the hero dungeons, you get enough hero coins for making the ID for Iron Dragon. And the other is Monster Train. Why Monster Train? Monster Train is a dungeon that lets you make these attendance relics. Again, why relics? Because relics have 4 stats. Because have 4 stats, you have good chance of have 1 criticals or 2. So 2 criticals is better in equip, so you could help, and with the extra relics you can make it better. This half card, but I take out the cards because when you do circus you get these pets and you get these items that let you take off cards, so you can recycle some cards. But forget this, you need to do this Monster Train. If you do it in low levels, normal and others, don't work. You get few resources. You want to make them in hard or hell, and in that case work, but you are using a ticket that you could use in Never Secrets and get a cheaper asset that is way better for farm dungeons. So my opinion is you only farm like Never Circus. Finally, I forgot to put this sound in there, but it don't matter. So finally, if you do all this, you can get a good chars. The technosis is the ingredients. You get the bottom of the dungeon, unless you can finish the world wizard level, and you can get better items. The last condition is, what about the problem of defense ability? Because you're thinking, okay, you are using a bull lower armor, but that means that when you receive attack, you receive more damage because the defense is from 60 to this 80, so you are losing defense in all those pieces. Well, it's true, you receive more damage, but for that thing is these spots. And again, if you do more damage, you spend less time in a dungeon. Less time in a dungeon means that in overall you get less damage. In that case, the game is imbalanced in the sense that it's better have high attack, high total attack, high critical chance, high critical damage, and high recovery, that have high vitality, high defense, lasts more, protects more times in finish a dungeon. You then will use more pots. And in some places you will die in one hit, so have a vitality of, I don't know, 10,000. You will see, okay, I need a lot of vitality for not die, but it's better not reset hit at the end. Last suggestion, join a wheel. You want to join a wheel park or with these 2 pots. These 2 pots will help you a lot in the long run. This is the wheel HP pot, store 40% of pot, and use also this attack potions. Again, this game is more important attack than defense, or beat, or anything. So we beat or this, and you can get data rings and other things. So well, this is the suggestion of how to keep a char. The problem is this is very chart dependent. I mean, some chars and some jaws are better with more MP recovery, others with less. For example, Mary is something that needs less MP recovery. Larger second job is like that too. Armor needs MP recovery, but not so much as this. And this requires higher MP recovery. Ryan, if you don't use nothing, requires higher MP recovery. Same this. This is like armor. In 4 job you can use less MP recovery. These don't need MP recovery. In 4 job in parties don't need MP recovery. See hard 4 job needs MP recovery, so it's more that you see if you can recover a lot of MP fast, then you don't need more MP recovery. More MP recovery at the end don't help much, because for use the second time the T bar of MP you need to press it and keep it for few seconds that you are losing in damage. So sometimes it's better if you can do a simple 4 skill, 3 skill, 4 skill, 3 skill, 4 skill, 3 skill. If you can keep this with the MP recovery, you are fine in the MP recovery. If not, if you lose, then you put on a little more. So well, I hope this can help, and if you need a special guide of one char, I can try to make it, but basically I use a char to the bed is more complex and requires more time, so I will not focus on that. So good luck.